Welcome to Silicon Valley Asian Business Talk. This is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco. In this video program, we interview business leaders, entrepreneurs, and leading experts from San Francisco, Silicon Valley, Asia, and beyond. This program is sponsored by University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation in Asia Pacific. Hello, this is Roger Chen from University of San Francisco Center for Business Studies and Innovation Asia Pacific, or CBSI Asia Pacific. And today we are very pleased to have Vinnie Gupta coming to talk to us. Thank you, Vinnie.
Thank you, Roger.
Yeah, why don't you briefly introduce yourself and also your company?
Absolutely, Roger. First of all, thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's an honor. Several of our students have been to your university. My vice president programs with a doctorate in education from USF. It's a great honor. My name is Vinnie Gupta. I am president of UCEazy, spelled as UCEazy, College Admissions Academy. Our mission is to help students stand out in college admissions.
Could you share with us so-called a tough moment in your journey and also the tough decisions? And then, how do you, so what are they? Can you give us some example and how do you kind of tackle those tough decisions, issues? And, maybe, whether your Asian culture somehow influenced the way you kind of deal with those difficult challenges or tough moments in your journey.
There were, Roger, as I have been saying, that entrepreneurial journey has more tough days than easy ones.
Yeah.
Given that, just to give you specific examples, I think that in our case, in UCEazy journey, the very first one was whether to pivot or not. So when we started UCEazy, we actually, because I came from the technology world, and my co-founder is he comes from the software world, Oracle and similar companies. We were trying to solve the same problem through software. And we put our heart out in the first year in developing apps and those kind of things. And we realized nobody wants to pay for all this. So instead of sulking and frustrating whatever, we literally make a decision to pivot like this. It's like, dude, this is not working, let's move. Now, to your question about how does the Asian thing came in, prudent management of capital. Also, I did not want to risk my family while trying to develop my passion. That's the Asian culture, right? It was a core driver. Before founding UCEazy, I used to work for big companies, stable job and all that. When I founded UCEazy, I put that income at risk. That's my Asian mindset. I did not want to put my family's savings at risk. So when I realized that, hey, it's been 1 year or more than that, we are still not generating revenue, we pivoted very quickly. I think that in this case, the Asian values possibly became a strength. Now, if I was more of a risk taker or a fighter, I possibly might have said, you're not going to quit on this idea. This was your idea, and you took pride in that idea, and you say, I could have possibly hung around with a bad idea longer.
Okay.
In this case, we pivoted literally in a jiffy. It's like, done, dude. It's like all this software, and my engineering team was, what about all this software? Tough luck, let's go. It's like, that's market reality. I mean, you guys can put whatever stuff on the walls and say you develop software, but if nobody's paying for it, nobody's paying for it.
It seems to me that's not a very tough decision. So what is the tough part of it in like a difficult decision?
In this case, we were running out of cash.
Oh, I see.
We had no, because we put all our, I borrowed from, my co-founder and I, we borrowed from our families. And our agreement was that, okay, you can use so much. We were at the end of our runway.
Oh.
We needed to pivot to generate cash because we were still self-funded.
Yeah, that typically, it is a kind of major decision, right? You kind of change direction, right?
I mean, there are many other tough moments. I think a lot of them recently have been about reorganizing the team.
Yeah, could you elaborate a little bit on that?
So in our case, because we are essentially an education business, but we are a business because we are for-profit and we are self-funded. One of the challenges that we've had is, what should the company culture be? And what kind of people should we hire?
Yeah.
Are these people, should they be from the business world who understand business and top line and bottom line? Or are these people from academia who, in general, come from an insulated world and they don't understand how all this stuff gets paid? And we went back and forth on what the culture is. And so over the last 2 years, we just realized that, for example, that people that came to us purely from academia, especially public K-12, they somehow just did not make a good transition into a for-profit world. These were not bad people. They were competent. It's just that the constant need for managing their world and the needs and the cash needs of business became aggravating to them because that's not what they did. And so to swap out that team, or to first of all trying to see whether they would change in some ways, do a cultural thing just to realize that it just doesn't work that way. People in their 30s and 40s are in general hard, their core beliefs and values are hard to change.
Established, right. Okay, so that's a tough kind of a, yeah, I agree, because every time, every organization, when you face that kind of a situation, is not easy.
Right. So that to rebuild that team, to start from scratch, we all know that hiring and onboarding people is such a big investment of resource and time. So those are very tough decisions.
You know, actually, Vinnie, I thought this might be a very good question many new ventures or entrepreneurs would like to learn, because they also need to continuously pivot. In your case, the context, the pivot is to adjust the team. So do you have any kind of lessons or advice on how to deal with those kind of readjusting, reconfiguring your teams because the company needs to change?
My lesson, Roger, is don't delay it.
Don't delay.
Once you realize what needs to be done, don't keep hoping for things. In those hopes, as they say, hope is not a strategy. It's like once you realize it's not working, the second part of that, I think, is believe your gut.
Believe your gut.
Right? Now, you may be young. You might be someone like me in his 50s, or you might be young. But we became entrepreneurs because we believed in ourselves. And if we don't believe in ourselves, how would our customers believe in us? So believe your gut. And if your gut is telling you once, hey, it's something wrong with this, maybe you can say, I'm going to give my gut a second chance, but beyond that, that's it. So you need to move on this one. Otherwise, what you'll do is you'll simply delay the inevitable, but in the meantime, the mess will keep getting messier and messier and harder to clean up. It's like you're leaking plumbing in your bathroom. You don't fix it. At some point, it's going to go into your bedroom, into your hardwood floor.
Yeah, you better fix it early.
Better fix it early. So don't delay the inevitable. Above all, I think, is go with your gut. If your gut is telling you, screaming loud at you, it's like you don't listen to it, then what are you doing?